Hey guys, good morning, everybody. Today is Wednesday, April 17th. It is 6:21 right now. Market's going to open in about 9 minutes. So I'm going to go ahead and set up this room real quick, and we'll get started shortly with our analysis for today. It's got a few things here to update, and we should be good to go. All right, perfect. Let me get this link sent out to you guys here in the premium. And we should be on our way. All right, guys. As people join in, I'm going to go ahead and start marking up liquidity over here. Putting it there, 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 there. Ah, why did I do that? Why did I do that? Let me get this here. 8 hours. Hit the back button. All right, there we go. All right, going down to the 8 hour. Going down to the 4 hour. Going down to the 2 hour. Going down to the 1 hour. Going down to the 30-minute. Going down to the 15. Going down to the 10. And we're all good to go. All right, guys. So looking over here at the liquidity, I've marked up liquidity from the daily down to the 10-minute. Closest level of liquidity above is going to be at 38,152. This is probably going to get hit pre-market. We have another level down below at 38,054. And the higher level above this here is going to be at 38,240. So there goes the closest levels of liquidity right there. Going over to our clean chart, I'm going over here to the 6:30 time, mark that up. Gonna mark up the 8 o'clock time. And go up to the 4 hour time frame. Identify structure up here. Identify structure up here. And identify structure down here. Switching over to the 1 hour time frame. We have structure right here. We got structure right here. We got more structure up here, but this is probably not going to get touched. It's super far off. I'll mark it up anyways, just so we have it on chart, but not expecting any of these levels to get touched. All right, so that's about it. So with that said, we have the 1 hour resistance level up here. And we have the 4 hour support level down here. All right, looks good. All right, guys, market's gonna open in about 4 minutes. See what happens here on open. I'll come back to the BB3 PRB later. PRB looks like it might be bullish for, we have a bullish trend here, so it might be bullish for a buy. We'll see what happens when the market actually opens. Over here on our main chart, I'm gonna go over here to the news real quick. We had news at 4 o'clock and we have news at 7:30. That's about it. So news over here. At 4 o'clock. And we got news over here at 7:30, of course. All right, perfect. As you guys can see, we have the new K2 Kodi Kai momentum divergence indicator down below. As I mentioned in the group, guys, I put an announcement in the chat and in the announcements channel that I released it. So this indicator is released for you guys. You guys did pretty good. I saw Nick over here. Nick identified some pretty good entries. So this morning, he identified the divergence here with the sell signal, full TP right there. He identified one that happened right after it as well. Right here, you can see the sell signal also. So he had 2 entries that came up. One right here, sell signal, identified with the trend and identified with the momentum divergence, full TP right there. Second one again right here, another full TP back to back. I think even a third one that was pending right there as well. So a lot of you guys started playing with it already, and you guys are getting familiar with it. There's not one way to use it. Obviously, there's one strategy that you can use it for, but it's going to be used as a confluence for a lot of these entries. But I mean, just looking at it right here, there's a bunch of entries that came up, even if you took trades against the trend. So for example, right here, there was a buy signal, divergence is bullish. It still went to the upside. Sell signal, bearish divergence, it played through. This one here didn't play through, but again, these pre-market trades are typically where you don't want to trade. So you still probably want to use the trend. Daniel's asking what's it called in scripts. It's called Kodi Kai momentum divergence. It's like the only other extra one that you don't have. So if you go over to your invite-only scripts, you'll see it on there. There's only like one that's been added, so it's like one that you haven't seen. All right, so try logging out of yours, Daniel, and logging back in. Because if you haven't done that yet, then it just hasn't updated. You just have to log out of your trading view, log back in, and then it'll refresh on your system. Because your system needs to update. Typically, that's usually what happens. The upper level liquidity here just got hit, guys. We got market opening up shortly. So there goes the first level of liquidity. It just got hit, full TP. Kill and Maria are asking, what is the stop loss for the new strat? All of the scalping strategies have the same TP stop loss, guys. So I'm using a 1025. I mean, if the ETR goes super high, we'll go to like a 1030 like we normally do. But right now we're still using 1025 unless like the volatility picks up. The volatility hasn't really picked up very much. It kind of picks up for a little bit, then it dies down, but it's not like consistently at one level. So we're still using the same thing that we've always used, 1025 for the past couple of weeks. If you guys want to use a 1030, feel free to use that, but I think 1025 can suffice, at least for now. It's not really necessary to go any you don't have to go too crazy right now because the market just doesn't seem like, it's been very consistent. So, which is fine. I mean, it's all good. It happens. The type of market that we're currently in is very tricky. All right, so we've got opening price marked up pretty much everywhere. I'll come back to the clean chart once we get closer to that time. Nick's asking, yeah, I marked up 4 o'clock news right there. It's way above over here. So I've marked that up. All right, guys, morning, everybody. Looks like everybody's still kind of straggling in. Today's Wednesday, April 17th, 6:31 right now. Market just opened up. We got opening price right here. The trend's currently bullish. You can see over here from the PRB. PRB is starting to set up. You have the rejections right there off the pivot. So now you're going to look for a consolidating space candle moving forward, and then you can possibly start looking for some entries. There's a possible buy signal that's pending right here, but it's right at the session, so obviously no entry right there. You can see prices kind of just bouncing all over the place. Probably want to wait for the market to stabilize a little bit before you start looking for entries. Because you can see over here, price is having trouble getting past the sessions. So issue right there with that. Other than that, nothing else here that's currently coming up. We currently have a double body rejection right here off this bottom. So the breakout V3 could be setting up. Clean chart over here. I'll come back to that once we have the levels established. And yeah, that's about it. All right, so we got that pending buy signal up again right there. But again, it's at the session, so I wouldn't take this trade here. However, this would be, it looks like this would kind of maybe line up. We have another pending buy signal here, but again, it's touching the opening price, so it's still another red flag. So not one I would personally take, but I'll follow it to see if there's anything else here that we can maybe take away from it. Otherwise, this could set up for a breakout V3 entry as well. But there's news up here. So price is currently at a red flag, and it's going to push up to another red flag there. Yeah, exactly. Nick said, hopefully it doesn't push up. It's nasty up there. Yeah, exactly. We have news price and we have sessions up there. So if price pushes up too high, it's going to be a little tricky. Because we got a couple red flags up there. Price is pushing up right here. Check CNBC real quick in the update. All right, so it says S&P 500 rises on Wednesday as it tries to snap out of a 3-day losing streak. So I wouldn't be surprised if price comes right back down at some point. It doesn't necessarily have to happen here, but at some point. So this here could be a possible breakout V3. However, it's going to be at the red flag news again right there above. So no entry there for me, of course. I mean, this could be a possible entry, like a little quick one. The only problem here, and this was a triple confluence, Madhu just confirmed, nice work. If you guys took that as a full TP already, I would have taken it, but it was touching opening price, so that was a red flag for me. So obviously not one that I would personally want to take. If this candle here closes green, this could be a breakout V3, but as you guys can see, the volatility here is kind of crazy. So I'm probably not going to take it, of course, if it does come up, because it's going to probably spike at the last second. So no breakout V3 there. And here we go as price continues to bounce around. So I'm still kind of waiting for the price to stabilize a little bit. As you guys can see, it's pretty much all over the place. A lot of red flags around here, so I want to be careful. You know, I'm being very cautious with my entries for just in general, not just for today, but just in general. Yeah, Keel said he skipped because of the sessions. Andrea said it's around red flags, so no for him. Yeah, same here, guys. Just be smart about your entries. I mean, you guys can take entries if you feel comfortable with it, but just always be vigilant about like what you decide to take, because you guys can see how these candles move and they're spiking back and forth. ATR is currently at 24, so it's a little high right now. Yeah, just for now though. So we're not sure if this is going to hold. You know, this can just die out at any moment. So it looks like there might be a PRV here. So the PRV is currently running. If you guys are taking it, it's running off this candle right here. This is the PRV entry, guys. So we had a rejection right here. Market opened at 6:30. We had a rejection off the pivots. We had price push up. This red candle right here was the space consolidation candle. Price retraced on this little doji candle right here and rejected off the pivot. So with that said, this right here is the PRV entry for anybody who's looking to take it. Not in the position, not really looking to take anything here, but you guys can see that it is running right here as price continues to move along. Looking over here at the divergence indicator, there isn't really a confirmation of a bearish divergence yet, but if there's a confirmation of bearish, or actually there is, now that I've seen it. So there's a confirmation of bearish divergence. If this confirms the bearish divergence and it swings back up, then that's going to be an entry for the momentum divergence strategy that I covered during the mentoring session. However, again, it's going to be near the red flag, so I don't know if you'll be able to take entry. If anything, it might get stuck around this news price right here. But the divergence has diverged. And yeah, I mean, now you'd be looking for the correction. So you can see you got the bearish divergence over the bullish divergence. It's now bearish at the moment. If it swings back up to bullish where the green divergence goes above, then that's going to confirm that price is likely to continue climbing up higher. The only problem here is that you have this issue with news price, which is a red flag, right? So it's just a tricky area to trade. There's not enough space in between. If you measure it from these two areas, it's like 40, it's 50, 40 points. So it's like not very much. Yeah, it's not really very much unless the candles get very flat. So if the candle starts to get flat over here and you start to see like some sort of green candle here, there might be a little bit of space to take entry. But again, I mean, you're going to be taking that risk because it's like literally sitting in between red flags on both ends here. So for me, I'd probably just sit out and wait. Keeps touching the opening price right here, which is a red flag, of course. All right, so this might be a setup for the momentum divergence strategy that I've been telling you guys about. So I'll identify it if it comes up. Yeah, it looks like this here is going to close, but it might be too close to the, yeah, it's too close to the news price. Way too close. So I wouldn't mess with it. For me personally, I wouldn't mess with it. If you guys want to take it, I'll mark it up for you guys right here. But this is pretty much the setup that we were looking for. So it looks like it could have been taken, but you guys can see how volatile the candles are. Full TP right there. So this is the setup that I was telling you guys about. So we have a buy signal right here. You guys can see how the divergence was bullish. It went into bearish and it swung back to bullish right there, right? So when it swung back to bullish right there, that's where your entry would have happened. And it would have went straight to your full TP. I wish I would have taken it, but it's okay. I'm gonna, like I said, I'm gonna be very careful with my entries here. It's touching opening price. It's a red flag for me. So I'll just leave this up right here so that you guys can see it. And I'll put some notes on that later. So when we review the trades later today, you'll see, you know, what came up and what played through. So we had two entries that came up today so far. We had that right there, which is the triple confluence. These aren't counting towards official trades. The only official trades we're counting are the ones that I plan on taking and the ones that I identify and say that it's safe to take. These over here, I didn't take the triple confluence because it was touching the sessions in the opening price. So that's a red flag. And then same with this one right here. This one was tricky because it was touching the opening price. So red flags for both. But yeah, it looks like Maddie caught it and Oscar caught it right there. Nice work, guys. Great work so far. Let me go over here to the clean chart. I'm going to go markup structure now. All right, so we got the 1 minute resistance level. And then we got the 1 minute support level. All right, so here's a clean chart. Let's go back to our main chart here again. Price is now again below the news price again. So this could be setting up again for another momentum divergence entry. You can see right here that divergence below is shifting again. You can see the red over the green. So this is going to be the retracement of divergence and then continuation after. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. I mean, either way, it's going to be stuck in between sessions. So I don't think I'm going to be able to take any trades. It's going to be the same problem as earlier. But if it does swing, so this is where I might be able to take the entry. If it comes down low enough and it comes back up right here, right? If we get this little float right here, where we can trade down here, then we'll be in a better position because we can just hop into the trades from there. Otherwise, it's going to be tough from where it's currently at. Like it's just way too close right here. So we got the bearish divergence here again, you guys can see. And this is why this indicator is so useful because it helps you identify where the retracement is happening, right? So this candle here was green, but you can see from the divergence that it's actually bearish. Like even though the candle is green doesn't mean that the momentum is actually pushing up, it's actually pushing down. So it's a really key tool because you wouldn't be able to see that from your naked eye, right? You're like, oh, this is a strong green candle. Momentum's bullish. You're like, no, it's not. It's actually bearish because you can see over here from the divergence that the bears are still in control. So we'll continue waiting for the next entry here. Price is starting to swing back up. If this is the case right here, then we'll see, what can be happening next. So all right, so there's nothing really here yet. Let's see, Yale said, I thought divergence was a terrible entry indicator when trading LFTs, LTFs can be really misleading. Yeah, exactly. So I don't use the divergence by itself, as you guys can see right here. And this isn't your typical divergence indicator. I created this indicator myself. So you can see it's a lot smoother compared to a lot of different divergence indicators. If you compare this to something like, I don't know, like a stochastic that you guys have seen before, it's not smooth like this, right? This is super smooth. So you actually see the clean divergence of price. And yeah, I agree with you. It is misleading because there's a lot of different types of divergence indicators, right? There's quick ones, there's slow ones, there's normal ones, there's medium ones. For the one that I set up here, I actually set this up and I created it myself where it's like it's fast, but it's not too fast. It's like in between. So it's really good to identify the quick little swings in divergence in comparison to like, say, if you're using, a slow moving or even a fast moving instance, because it'll mislead you. It'll like flip too quickly and you won't be able to use it the way that you want it to, right? So that's why I had to create my own indicators. Like everything I make is my own because it's meant for what I'm looking for specifically. Like I'm not looking for divergence. I don't care about divergence. I'm just using this as a confluence. So I'm not using it as standalone, right? We're using momentum and we're using divergence and we're using trend and we're using a lot of things, levels, price levels, market structure, etc. So yeah, this is how you get an edge in the market, right? You got to find out what people aren't looking for. You got to find your little edge there. And here's another setup again, guys. It's touching a news price, so I wouldn't take it. But we had another split and divergence right here for a buy entry, it looks like. I mean, I wouldn't take it because as you guys know, this is just a tricky area to trade in. We don't trade at red flags, like I mentioned before, because this is where a lot of manipulation happens. So you can see over here, prices at the sessions. This is an area of manipulation. And then price touched the news price right here, which is also another area of manipulation. But just looking at this here, if you were just looking at the setup without the red flags, this here would technically be like, some sort of setup here that you'd be looking for. However, I wouldn't take it, of course, because this entry candle right here is touching the news price, which falls under my red flags, which is like definitely no entry for me. Because I'm looking for quality entries. I'm only looking to take entries that I know for sure are going to hit. And this is not one of them. And you can see right here that price is having trouble getting across. Yeah, Drew said it's used in conjunction with the rest of the directional indicators. Love the indicator though. Yeah, no, definitely. It's super helpful. I mean, it's helpful as a confluence. I mean, some people have been using it by itself, but for me personally, I think it's best used as a confluence. So I'm just gonna take this off. I don't want you guys to think that I'm in any position. I'll mark it back up once it's actually played through so that you guys can kind of see where it went. And I think it's gonna play through here. So if I put it back up, it's probably gonna swing right back up to full TP. But I just don't want you guys to think that I'm in the position because I know sometimes if you guys see the markup on the chart, you guys think I'm in it, and it's probably gonna hit TP right there, full TP. See? Super, super simple strategy that I created for you guys here. I wish I could have taken it, but like I said, I'm going to be smart about my entries. I'm not going to FOMO into anything here. I'm waiting for my setups to come up. So again, right there, another full TP. 3 back-to-back full TPs right here. 4 back-to-back, actually. We had the liquidity push over here, full TP. So 4 back-to-back wins so far. 5 actually. We have the MPS over here as well. So 5 back-to-back wins today, guys. It's only 6:47. 17 minutes since market open. 4 or 5 entries already hit full TPs. I mean, this week has been pretty solid if you guys have been following. Everything's been hitting. So liquidity push, full TP, MPS, full TP, triple confluence, momentum divergence, another momentum divergence right here. A little tricky because of the red flags, but you guy can see here that it still hits TP. I'm not going to count these as wins for the day, but I'm just showing you guys, these are the entries that are coming up. So I'm showing you guys how powerful this indicator is that I created because it's so useful being used in conjunction or even being used by itself. So another full TP right there. Other than that, there was also a momentum pullback scalp that came up. Daniel mentioned he didn't get into it. So let's see. Yeah, it was like, it happened like right over here. So the MPS happened like literally, actually it happened a lot earlier. It happened over here. Oh no, actually you're right. It happened right here, guys. I'm not sure if anybody caught the MPS entry, but it actually happened down here. Price pushed up, we had bullish momentum, price retraced right here. It happened like right at the 20 level. Super, super close. I just don't like this area right here. This whole area is tricky because it's so close. We have the sessions right there. We have news price. So if you were to measure this over here again, let's measure the distance between these two levels. This is not enough space, guys. It's 36 points. There's like barely enough space here to trade. So it's just a little too tricky right here. I mean, I don't like this area personally. So I need to wait for it to kind of push up a little bit. Is there anything else above it? I'm hoping not. There's another London high. So there's like so many there's so many red flags. Like every like 30 points, there's like Nick was right. He said this place is it's nasty up here, which it is. There's a sessions like literally sessions above sessions above sessions, and we have news price down here. It's just not in a good area to trade it, which is fine. We're not going to force anything here, of course. So I'll just keep waiting for, I mean, the next opportunity, I guess. It's not really too much to work with here, which is unfortunate. I just need to get my one trade in. So I want to get like 1 or 2 trades in and I'm good. I could have taken some over here, but it's all good. I'm not looking to risk it. See, so we got price down here again. Okay, so we now have a divergence down below. And it's starting to kind of swing up a little bit. Let's see, Roosevelt said he's up 3,000. He's going to bounce before he does something stupid. All right, Roosevelt. Yeah, bro, you should do that. Don't pull a Steven here. Don't pull a Steven. Yeah, Drew said he thinks it's going to consolidate here. Yeah, I think so too. CJ's asking, how did you get your ATR to show up like that? So this right here is a K2 trailing stop indicator. So open the K2 trailing stop indicator, CJ. Go to your settings. Click show ATR right here, and then ATR location, choose bottom center. It'll show up right there on the bottom, so it just shows up and it stays there. Yeah. Yeah, Steven's coming back, guys. He just got funded. Or no, he's waiting for his payout. So Steven is waiting for his payout right now. He's waiting for his payout, and then once he gets his payout, he's gonna start trading again. He should have got his payout already. I'm pretty sure he got it yesterday. But that guy's probably he's probably in the shower seeing some R. Kelly right now. It's Maddie. I know Nick said how. I don't know, bro. I don't know. It's crazy, right? So yeah, Steven finally got a payout from Apex. I think it's a max payout too. He's trading a lot of random things though, guys. So it's like like what Maddie said. Maddie said he probably took 100 contracts on gold, and he probably did. He has his goal to make 1,000 points a day, which is a lot of points, or 100 pips actually, which is a 1,000 points. I mean, 100 points is 1,000 pips, which is what he was aiming for. So yeah, exactly. Nick said, "Congrats, Bubba." He's probably here. Actually, he's just quiet. I don't know. Sometimes he has his camera open. He wants Maddie to see him. He wants Maddie to see his singing voice. Yeah, CJ said Steven's the only person I know that openly supports R. Kelly. He's different. Yeah, no, I feel you, bro. I feel you. All right, so we currently have a sell momentum right here, guys. Momentum on the divergence is swinging to the downside. Like I said during the mentoring session, there's divergence here, which can like you can technically trade the divergence in both directions. I mean, I'm not going to do it because I want to trade in confluence with the trend. But if we see an example here that comes up opposite a trend, I'll show you. Because technically you can still take a trade in, just with just pure momentum. You don't really need all of the extra confluences. For me personally, I like the extra confluences because I want to know for sure my trade's going to hit. Um, for other people, they just don't care, right? Which is fine too. Let's see. Gyal said, "Are you going to pick up a new mentorship class, Kodi? I noted a while when I joined, you had to end the live to do mentorship. It's still going to continue." So I still have mentoring sessions, like especially right now because I'm introducing this new tool to you guys. I'm having mentoring sessions pretty much weekly on Mondays. I'm not doing a class, so I'm not doing what did I call it thing? I'm not doing an incubator, so I'm not doing a mentoring group right now, but it'll probably come back in the future. Right now, I'm studying for the Series 3 exam, so that's kind of taking up all my time so that I can start and open my hedge fund, hopefully by the end of this year. So I'm trying to take this test so that I can register as, CTA and I can register the NFA so that I can start my hedge fund. So once I start the hedge fund and everything's like up and running and everything's good to go, then I'll probably start mentoring at some point. Or maybe I won't. I don't know. I don't want to promise anything because once I start the hedge fund, if I make all this money from hedge fund trading, then I don't really need a mentor. Well, I even right now I don't need a mentor, but I still mentor because it's beneficial for all of us, right? I think the mentoring helps all of us. It helps me. It helps you guys. Like if it wasn't for the mentoring, I wouldn't have came up with this tool here, right? Like the reason we came up with this tool is because we needed to find an edge in this type of market. The market's different now. Market's always changing. Like every year it's changing, but this year it's a little different. We're in the middle of April. Market should be very directional and volatile, and the market's been kind of slow and sideways. So what I did was I pulled this indicator. This indicator is a piece of this momentum indicator. So what I did was I just pulled a piece from this momentum indicator to add it as a separate confluence. And now we have an edge during a sideways market. So the market here is moving sideways, but that doesn't really affect us too much because you can still trade in a sideways market as long as you know how to use these tools that I have. So, the market yesterday was super. If you guys were on the live session yesterday, I think yesterday was a good example of my tools or our divergence tool here because the market was sideways and was ranging, but we still had I think 15, like 12 to 15 entries that came up. It was crazy. There were so many entries that came up yesterday. And a lot of people were either losing trades. Like I'm part of a bunch of groups. So I know what's going on in other groups and I know owners of other groups and everybody was struggling yesterday because of the sideways market. But we were able to lock in basically like 15 back-to-back wins with like no losses using these tools here. So yeah, there's no mentoring incubator that's like scheduled anytime soon. But I'm pretty sure I probably will run another one eventually. I just don't know when. So I don't want to promise anything, but I probably will. I don't think I'll ever stop like mentoring because the mentoring helps me too. It doesn't just help you guys, it helps me because it forces me to think outside the box. It forces me to think like to put myself in your guys' position. Because for me, I kind of know all the information. I know majority of the information from trading, right? I've been trading for over 10 years now. So if you guys ask me a question during the mentoring session, it kind of just like flickers a light bulb in my head. And I'm like, oh, okay, so that's what we need to do to trade in this type of market. Because I have a lot of information. I just need to figure out the logic behind it. And that's why we have this tool here. And I think this tool is really good. This tool is going to be super useful for us moving forward, especially once we get into these summer markets where it's super, super slow. We'll just have to make some adjustments to our TP stop loss, which I think 10 is fine. All right, guys. So as you guys can see right here, the divergence has shifted, right? So we have a bearish divergence. It was bearish here. It shifted to bullish, and now it's shifting back to bearish. So if this candle here closes red, I mean, technically, if you really, really, really wanted to take a position, you could take something here if this closes red. However, I wouldn't take it because it's at a red flag, right? It's right at the news price. So it's not something that I personally would mess with. You guys know I'm very conservative with my trades. So I don't want to take something that can maybe lose. I only take trades that I know for sure are going to win. So I'll just, we'll follow it here. And if it closes, I just want to show you guys an example of like how this momentum divergence can work in both directions. You don't necessarily have to trade in the direction of the trend, but the trend is also is always going to be beneficial to you because that's another confluence. So Akil is asking, when is my exam? So I don't have it scheduled yet, but it's going to happen in the summer for sure. I'm about halfway done with the material from the exam, so I'm like doing a lot of practice right now. So, and here's the entry that I was telling you guys about that would have happened like right there. I'm not in the position, but I just want to show you guys, and I'll take this off because I don't want you guys to think that I'm in the position. But like I said, this is tricky because it's at the news price, which is considered a red flag. This is where manipulation happens. And then on top of that, you're trading against the trend, which I personally don't like to do. I'm a trend trader. So for me personally, I probably wouldn't take this trade. Of course, I would just wait for the trend to or the trade to shift the other way because this is just not a good area to be trading in because of the obvious red flag. I know, and like what Drew said here too, it's also in between the pivots, which makes it super tricky because price can go in either way. Like for example, right here, price can bounce off the pivot and come back up, or price can cross below the pivot and make a reversal, right? So that's why you don't have an edge when you're trading like, well, I mean, you do have an edge, but it's not the edge that you're looking for because price can really go in either direction. You want to make sure that you know you're trading in the proper direction. So for example, here, if we get a buy signal, then in that situation, I might possibly look for an entry. But the sells here they're just too tricky. So again, if it comes back down, we'll mark the subset. You guys can see where the trade's running. It's still technically running right here, but I'm not gonna leave it there because you guys are going to think that or certain people will think that I'm in the position, which I'm not. But yeah, Akil. So for my exam is probably going to happen in June. I'm halfway done with the material. So in June, I'll take the exam. Hopefully I pass the exam on the first try. And then after that, I already started the hedge fund. So if you guys have seen, I already started a brand new company. I have a separate company just for the hedge fund. And then I'll start accepting clients probably by, August. And then we're all going to make money. Everybody's just making a ton of money. It's just going to be beneficial for everybody. Okay, so the trade's still running, I think. Thanks, Akil. Yeah, so the entry here is still running, guys. I'll just keep putting it back on here near a full TP. So you guys can see right here, the strategy works in both directions. You don't have to have a trend here. I wouldn't take it because I want to trade in the direction of the trend, but you guys can see the strategy still works perfectly fine. It's a very smooth strategy. We have the sell signal here. We have the bearish divergence, retracement right here for bullish divergence, confirmation back into correction. And that's where the entry would have happened, straight into the full TP. Man, that's crazy. How many entries today now? So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 entries back to back, full TPs, like smooth entries too. So I think what I'll do in the future is I'll hold a master class with you guys and I'll teach you guys these strategies because I have a lot of strategies that I haven't actually taught you guys. It's just it's just that not everybody can apply them because everybody gets greedy and it's just not beneficial for everybody. So other than that, let's see, Daniel's asking how much is minimum deposit into the hedge. So there will be different plans available for different clients. So obviously there's going to be family and friends that will have a lower minimum, but a lower minimum, but a higher initiation fee and a higher split. So there's going to be different plans. There's plans for friends and family. There's plans for other hedge funds who want to invest in my hedge fund. They'll have a performance fee and they'll have a annual fee and stuff like that. But they're going to be depositing like in the millions, right? Other hedge funds deposit typically like 100,000 to 500,000 to a million. A regular client or a friend or family will probably deposit. They'll probably need to have like at least like 5, 10,000 in the account, and then their initial fee will probably be a little bit higher. It's just slightly different. Everybody has a different, will have some sort of difference in like in their split, in their initiation, in their continuation, and stuff like that. Because everybody's different. But it's going to be beneficial for the client for the most part. Like the way that I'm structuring it so that you should probably make your investment back within the year. Probably quicker, but to be safe within the year. You shouldn't see a fruition of like profits until, or you'll see profits, but you still got to cover your cost of actually starting up, stuff like that. See, Kenneth is asking, how do you plan to acquire new clientele for the hedge fund? Well, I've already started mine. Everybody kind of knows what I do. Like like I'm not sure if you're familiar with like where I live. I live in Orange County, and so like people who follow me on social media, they know how much profit I make. I've been posting my profits every day for like what, 10 years now? For like almost not 10 years. We'll say like maybe 5 to 8 years. So I'm like in a lot of circles out here. Like, I go to the high-end gyms, I go to like the high-end restaurants and stuff like that. And people know who I am or they have an idea of what I do and stuff like that. And obviously, once I start building clients, once I start trading their money, their friends will also make a lot of money are going to want to trade into it. So it's mostly word of mouth um, to begin with. But the cool thing with futures is that so when I do start my hedge fund, there's like a leaderboard. Like yeah, I have to like input my performance. So every year I'll be inputting my performance and you'll see how well I'm doing. Like there'll be a leaderboard of like which hedge funds are doing well. So I don't really have to sell it. So I don't have to sell anything. Like I don't have to go and find clientele because they'll just look at the list and they'll say, oh, Kodi Kai is up here. Like, let me give this hedge fund a try. And that's how like I can find clients as well. Because everything is pretty much regulated. Like once you start a hedge fund in the future space, everything you have to report all of your performance. Like you can't hide your losses. You have to like legit send in your statements and then they'll say how well you're doing, what your percentages for the year and stuff like that. And then a lot of these companies and other hedge funds will just invest into your hedge fund. So yeah, it's not like you're not like crowdfunding. I'm not going to like on the Shark Tank and like, hey, invest in my hedge fund, right? They'll see that they'll see the results there because everything is all pretty much confirmed. And if any hedge fund is making more than like they're profitable, like other companies are going to invest in, of course. They're just looking for a small percentage gain. Like they're investing like a big amount of money. They want a small little gain there. I'm probably going to give a bigger gain because we have such a high win rate. So yeah, a lot of big things coming this year. It's exciting. And the cool thing is that I'm not really going to have to change anything. I'm just going to keep doing what I'm doing, taking the same entries and just repeating the process and making more money from what I'm already doing from my trading that I'm already trading with. So it's cool. Norris is asking what country you're based in. Based in the US. Yeah, thanks, Brock. Thanks, Kel. Yeah, thanks, guys. It's an opportunity for everybody. I'm going to open it up to like pretty much everyone. So even you guys here who are in the community, you guys can invest in the hedge fund once the hedge fund is up and running. So basically all the trades I take, you'll make money off my trades without having to do anything. And then if you want to trade yourself, then you also make money that way. Yeah, it's a win-win for everybody for the most part. All right, guys. So the trend here is shifting. We haven't really, I know we've been kind of talking off topic, but there's nothing that's come up yet. So the trend here is starting to shift. And as the trend starts to shift, we'll start looking for some opportunities here. So there might be another divergence entry right here, guys, if anybody is looking to possibly get into it. There's another divergence entry right here. You can see from the divergence that's it's slightly shifting a little bit. There's no trend though, so I'm not really going to look to take it. Like I said, I want to take trades in the direction of the trend, but you can see over here from the divergence indicator that I put together, we had a retracement here and then, or actually maybe not. If this candle doesn't close red or it doesn't close low, it's probably not going to close with the divergence. No, it's not looking like it. All right, let's go back. So what I'm waiting for here is I'm just looking for a slight shift in trend. Looking for that slight shift in trend, and then we will see where this ends up going. The divergence here is currently bullish. We are currently still in a bearish momentum. Yeah, Nick said I prefer green momentum actually. First, actually, then push back down. Yeah, same here. I think it's a bit overextended. It's due for retracement. So the retracement would be nice. I mean, it's not necessary, but it would be nice. All right. So let's see what we got here. There's nothing else coming up. I don't think there was a BB3 that came up today. Yeah, no BB3 yet. All right, we're getting this bullish momentum here. There's no trend currently. Okay, so here's a Madhu entry. Where's Madhu at? Is Madhu here? There's your Madhu entry, Madhu. It just came up. I mean, there's a whole bunch that came up here. So there was a seller that came up right here. It was bearish. There's red flags, obviously. I wouldn't take the entry, and this candle is too big. This is actually a pretty decent one, looks like. But again, it's at the red flags, so not one that I would take, but there is a bullish momentum. The divergence is bullish. So obviously I wouldn't take the trade here. But if we see one that's like out in the open, it's not in the red flags, we'll identify it. But this would, I mean, let's see how far it pushed up. Pushed up a little bit, retraced down a little bit. I mean, this could probably push right back up. It's just, again, it's at the red flag, which is not an area that I would like to mess with because it's an area of manipulation. This is probably the worst area to trade in, but I wouldn't be surprised if this swings back up and then go straight to TP. I wouldn't be surprised. And it looks like that's probably what's going to happen here. So what I'll be looking for here is I'll be looking for the correction back to the upside. So I'll be looking for price to push up, retrace, and then possibly climb back up. And then hopefully we can get an entry in between here where there's no red flags. So I don't want to trade where any of these horizontal lines are. If you guys are new here and you guys are not familiar with the red flags, the main red flags are basically any of these lines that go from left to right. So this green line right here is called the sessions. This is the New York high. I don't like trading around this area because it's an area of manipulation. You can see how price got manipulated right here. Then it came right back down. Same with this right here. This purple line down here is the Asia high, and it's the same thing. It's again an area of manipulation, not an area that I personally would like to mess around with. And now that we have the trend shifting to the bottom side, I think I would be okay with the sell actually if price ends up coming back down further. Because the pivots here are more on the sell side than they are on the buy side. So you can see over here, the red pivot is above pretty much two of the other pivots. Once this yellow pivot crosses below, we'll be able to possibly ride this down lower. So as long as the candles continue to move forward, and again, we want price to be away from the sessions because this is an area of manipulation. So you can see down here, we have all this open space. I prefer to trade down here in the open space. I don't want to be stuck in this whole area up here. All right, we have a sell signal that's currently pending. I personally would not take it because it's touching the sessions, like I said earlier, red flag. However, if this candle here closes red, this could be a breakout B3 continuation, which we can possibly take. because if this candle closes red, then we're gonna have a bearish confluence over here as well with regard to the divergence. I'm just hoping the candle isn't close too big. It's starting to push down a little bit much. So I'd be okay with it sitting right here. Possibly take this right here if it closes red. I just don't want it to close down too heavy. All right, we got 10 seconds left on this candle right here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Order support.
So I got into the entry right there. Already full TP. Let's go. Man, fuck. What's up with my freaking profits? Man, I don't know what's up with my profits. I got like, it never hits full TP for me. Like, why? It should hit full TP because it went straight through. I mean, it's all good. I can't complain. Made about $1,000 in like 2 seconds. Right? Can't complain. It's all good. So there goes my entry for now, I guess. And there goes a confluence right there. So you guys can see how good it works. This strategy is fucking crazy. It's fucking crazy. It's crazy. It blasted right through, but it still gave me partial. I don't care. I'll mark this up. So this is one of the official entries because I said I was going to take it. Breakout V3 continuation right there. Played out perfectly. We had the divergence here, so it just looked perfect. Everything lined up. The trend was shifting. Everything was great. So there goes the entry right there. I'm going to put an update in the profits. If you guys have profits to post up, feel free to send them in. Yeah, there we go. Perfect. It lines up with the last winning trade that we had. The last winning trade was a breakout V3 continuation. We got another breakout V3 continuation for a full TP. All right, looks good. Let me go over here and take a screenshot of my profits. I still don't understand how did I not get a full TP on that, but whatever. Can't cry over it. All right, so I'm gonna go to my Discord and delete all these old screenshots. I got too many screenshots here. All right, back to the charts. Let me see if we could find anything here. Anything else? Tom said his position will close. So there's a couple things you can do, Tom. Go to Apex, the website, go to flatten all to close everything. You can go to Flowbots if you're using a copier, click flatten all. You can go to your chart, click close all, go to your super DOM, close all. There's a couple different options for you to close out. I'm not sure why it's not closed. It should close. I don't know why it's not. Mine not because mine hit TP. You should go to Apex right now, Tom, while you're still in profit. Go to the Apex website, click flatten all. Run, don't walk. Bro, you're in profit. You're like in more profit right now. You might as well get over there and get out of it while you can. All right, there's an MPS that just came up right here. I just missed it, but it's okay. I'm fine with that. I'm trying to help Tom here get out of his position. Tom, damn, I don't know what's up here. Try to log out of your NinjaTrader, log back in. Log out of your NinjaTrader, log back in. The only time I've seen this happen is if when someone has an issue with their internet connection. But I haven't really seen it happen. All right, let's hope this thing keeps dumping. Let's pray for Tom here. Tom's gonna get funded on like one trade. All right, Tom, let's hope that this keeps dumping here for you. Okay, it's dumping. All right, Tom, try to get out of your position as soon as possible. Log out of your Trade-O-Bait, log back, or whatever you're on, I don't know. NinjaTrader or Trade-O-Bait. Get back on. Just try to click all the flatten all buttons. Yeah, eventually it's gonna close one of them. Or All right, so Tom should be in profit. Let's see. Tom is now down in profit like 35 points. So he basically made 3x what you would have made. Hoping Tom is getting out of it. Tom's kind of quiet right now. All right. Hopefully it just keeps dumping, you know. This thing dumps down to like 100 points. But all right, other than that, let's see, 7:16 right now. We still got a lot of time, guys. We're not done trading yet. I entered on the chart, Nick, this time. There we go. Tom said finally. How much profit did you make on that, Tom? I'm like really curious because you held on to that position for like maybe about 4x or 5x what you would have made. $15 ticks. What? There's no way. So it might have closed like way over here. Let's see. So you got out right here, or you got in right here. You got out at 15. There's no way you got out at 15. Or maybe if you got it like right here. Possibly. It's all good. Well, you're out, Tom. You still made more than what you normally would. You would have made 10 ticks. You made 15. So I'm glad you got out of that. And we'll continue looking for any possible opportunities here. At 7:17, we still got time, guys. It's not done yet. I think as we get closer to like 7:30, 7:40, I'm trying to wind it down a little bit because I think the volatility is going to start to die down a bit as well. Yeah, Tom said 25 ticks. I knew this more. I was like, there's no way you got out at 15. You had to get out at 25. So Tom over here made 25 ticks off that. Nice work. Tom said he was sweating. I don't know. Were you sweating more than Steven? You should have seen Steven when Steven was when Steven like made a mistake. That dude was sweaty. You could see him on camera. His whole face was sweating. And his face was all red. Yeah, Nick's not on here. I mean, Tom's not on here, so I can't see Tom sweating. But you guys should have seen. Oh, I think a lot of you guys saw Steven when that happened. Is when he was at the airport. All right, so we're looking for another opportunity here, guys. There's nothing here yet. Oh, let me show you guys my profits. So here are my profits from that trade. Actually, okay, so I made full TP on one of mine, and then I made a little less on the others. So okay, I take that back. I actually did make full TP on my first account. So I made about 1,000 times 20. I made about like 20,000. So I made about 20,000 for the trade. And then for the week, I'm up about 40,000, well over 40,000. So pretty decent. I'll add it up later, but those are my profits from that last trade. There's nothing else over here that's coming up yet. So let's take a look at the team profits real quick. We got David over here with a total profit of 90 for the day. Nice work, David. We got Andreas, total profit of 1,500 for the day. Nice work, Andreas. We have Natasha, total profit of 522 for the day. Nice work, Natasha. We have Johnny over here. Johnny at work, trading in his car or his truck. Total profit of 1,000 per account. So he has 5 accounts, about 5,000 for the day. We got David here, more profits, 190. Nice work, David. We got Kenneth, total profit of about well over 1,500 for the day. Nice work, Kenneth. And we got Jonathan here with a total profit of 500. Nice work, Jonathan. All right, guys, solid profit so far. There's no entries available here at the moment, so we'll keep looking. But other than that, profits are looking good for everybody over here. Yeah, Kenny said, nice to be back to the old trading style, huh? Yeah, way better, for sure. For sure, way better. Madhu said, are we possibly getting another divergence for a sell? Possibly. If the divergence shifts to the sell side, yeah, we can get a divergence for a sell. I'm probably going to hold off on those divergence entries for me personally, like to actually take, because let me see if it just looks overextended to me, but it might not be. Actually, it's fine right now. So this could be another divergence entry. I'm not going to take this one. I'm just going to follow it because we're still kind of testing it a little bit. It's not like one of those set in stone strategies. I mean, I know it's good, but I'm not going to take it because I want to make sure that I'm only taking entries that I'm like absolutely like 1,000% sure going to hit. And this isn't, I mean, this is one of them, but it's not necessarily, because you can see how it kind of shifts a little bit. If this was like a huge red candle, then okay, possibly I'd take it. But this here is kind of iffy. And there you go. It didn't actually cross. So you need to get some sort of big red candle here for it to actually, it doesn't have to be huge, but it needs to be a little bit bigger than regular. And you can see right here, it's starting to actually cross at this point. So you can see the momentum is starting to diverge. You can see the bears are starting to take control, and it's going to push down a little bit after this. As long as this candle closes a little lower. So I would probably expect it to close, drop a little further to this point. And then at that point, okay, you'd be probably safe. You'd have a safe bet that it's going to drop further, because that's the divergence of momentum. All right, it's got 27 seconds, got a lot of time, but still not there yet. And this is getting a little tricky. You guys can see how these candles are getting a lot smaller. These are the type of candles you want to mess with, because that's a consolidation phase, right? Which is not necessarily bad, but it's also not good. So this candle here closed kind of small. I don't think there's going to be divergence. And just like I said, no divergence. So continue to wait there. That's why you got to be really careful when you're looking for these entries. You got to make sure that the divergence is actually happening, and it's not just your mind playing tricks on you. Because, your mind will play tricks on you. If you're looking for something, like if you really want something to happen, your mind's going to play tricks on you. You're going to enter the trade when you shouldn't. And that's why you got to wait for it. So again, you just got to wait for a bigger red candle. You can't have these little baby candles here. You got to have something that's like the size of a normal candle like this. And it's got to actually close. Okay, so it might be coming here. The market was listening to us. Yeah, Kill City, I'm desperate for a trade right now. Yeah, if that's the case, then you should probably get off the computer and kill. Because that's usually what messes with people, right? When your mind starts to play tricks on you and you start to force trades, that's usually where the revenge trading, the over trading come into play. And it just takes control. You guys know what you guys know what it's like. There you go. So the divergence there actually closed. I mean, it wasn't like a clean closure though, because you can see it barely crossed. But nonetheless, that's still divergence right there. So if you guys wanted to take it, that would have been your entry, and it's a full TP. But you guys can see how tricky it was, right? It was tricky because these candles here were really, like the divergence there was barely big enough. But it closed, and you guys can see here that it still played through. So if you guys wanted to take like a standalone momentum divergence strategy, this would have been the entry right here. We had bearish momentum, bearish trend. We had divergence over here with trace up, and then it broke and closed right here again on this candle. And that's where your entry would have happened. Not sure if you took it, Madhu, but your analysis right there played through, and it hit TP. So, see, question from y'all. Y'all's asking, so Sean, you'll be like a broker? No. So definitely not going to be a broker. I don't think I'll ever go into that space. I feel like brokers are kind of scammy a little bit, unless you're like regulated. So technically, after I take this test, if I wanted to be a broker, I could be a broker. So I could register as an FCM and I could be a broker, but I don't think it's just too much work. I'm trying to do the bare minimum amount of work and make the most amount of money. And that's with trading. So I don't have to do anything. I just trade with you guys here in the morning, and I trade like, thousands of accounts, and then I take my percentage from each person. So it's like basically what I'm doing is I'm doing with what we're doing with Apex, but I'm doing that with individual clients. So like, say, for example, like right here, we have like 70 people in the Zoom right now, right? If all 70 people in K2 or Kodi Kai want me to trade their accounts, I can do that. So they'll put their money in their accounts, they'll pay a little initiation fee, and then say, for example, everybody here. So there's 70 people in the group, right? Again, there's 70 people. I made 1,000 on my trade, right? Say everybody made 1,000 on the trade. And I'm just going to use this as a hypothetical, right? I'm doing what I'm already doing. So I'm already trading here. I'm trading 20 accounts with Apex. And say, for example, there's 70 people here in the group. Everybody made $1,000, right? The $1,000 right there. I take 50% of that. So I make 35,000 doing nothing, because I would have already taken trade anyways. I would have taken the trade. Everybody would have made money. I would have made money. And everybody's happy here. So no, I'm not going to become a broker. And no, I'm not becoming a hedge fund. I'm sorry, I am becoming a hedge fund. I'm not becoming a prop firm, CJ, because I'm not having other people trade the accounts. I'm the only person that's going to be trading the accounts. So it's not a prop firm, it's a hedge fund, because I'm the hedge fund manager who takes all the trades. I thought about doing a prop firm, but I just can't trust other people trading for me, right? Not everybody can do what I do. That was like one of our initial goals in the past. Like in the past couple of years, I was like, okay, I'll start a prop firm and I'll just teach people how to trade. it's not as easy as it sounds. Like, yeah, I can teach people how to trade, but are people going to actually have the discipline to follow the strategy? Probably not, right? It's hard. There's only like so many people who can actually excel at trading, um, like by themselves. Like you guys here can do well because you're trading with me, but trading by yourselves is really difficult, especially if you don't have someone being like, watching over your trades, making sure you're not making mistakes and stuff like that. So yeah, I'm not starting a prop firm. Maybe at some point in the future, maybe I'll start a prop firm, but it won't be like this. It'll be like it won't be like an Apex. It'll be like a legit prop firm, like S&B Capital, where I'm actually going to be on the trading floor with you guys and identifying and confirming and confluence and stuff like that. But yeah, right now I'm sticking to one thing, and then we'll go from there. So there's a bullish divergence right here. This is kind of similar to what Madhu was mentioning. Yeah, so Madhu actually just said it right there. He said bullish divergence and buy signal full TP. So there's a buy signal here. If you guys remember, we talked about this with Madhu yesterday. He said, if there's divergence that's already in place and then a momentum signal follows, it typically hits. You don't have to use a trend. And that's what he did here. It's just pure momentum, bullish momentum, bullish divergence. And if you took that trade there for a buy, full TP. So nice work, Madhu, on identifying that and catching that. Not sure if you caught it, but that lined up with your the strategy that you were talking about yesterday. Sadie's asking, you're going to no, I'll never stop Zoom. So you guys don't have to worry about that. Once the prop firm starts, nothing's changing. I'm just trading more accounts. So nothing here is changing. The hedge fund is just an extra. So like, for example, here I have like 20 accounts, right? Imagine me having like 500 accounts. That's literally what's happening. I'm just adding more accounts to my accounts because this is my personal account right here. And then I'm just going to be adding more accounts. So I'm going to have my 20 Apex, and then I'm going to have like 500 other people's accounts. Not their Apex, but their personal accounts. I'm just going to be trading people's personal accounts, and I'll be taking a percentage off that. So nothing's changing. I'm just trading more accounts and making more money doing what I'm already doing. It's like it's like that saying, right? Work smart, not hard. I'm not trying to work hard. I'm trying to do what I'm already doing and just multiply my profits. So I'm gonna do all the same things. We're still gonna trade here live. I'm still gonna be putting together strategies. I'm still gonna share with you guys. We're still gonna look for edge. And no, you can't give me your Apex account to kill because that's not allowed with Apex. It's only for personal accounts. You have to have your own money. That's the whole point of the hedge. Yeah, no, because I can't be trading your Apex account and then you blow your account and then you can't give me my percentage. Then I'll have to kick you out, kill. No, I'm joking. But yeah, really, it's gonna be cool. It's gonna be beneficial for everybody because you guys can still trade your Apex. You guys can still, and then I'll just be trading your personal account. So you basically have like an account that just gets traded by me. You have like one personal account that gets traded by me, and then you guys can still trade Apex, and you guys can do all that stuff as well. Let's see. Kenneth is asking, do you have an idea of a minimum capital a client needs? So like what I said before, it's kind of depends on on the person, right? For friends and family, it's probably going to be like I've already calculated to the point where you'll make your money back within the first year for the most part. So it'll probably be like a 25 to 30,000 initial. That's like a service fee. And then your account should have at least like 5 to 10,000 because you want to take decent risk to make profit on it. And then you'll probably recoup that investment by the end of the year or, a year's time from when you start. And then from there, it'll be a profit after that because it'll be a performance fee as well. Well, performance split, kind of like how Apex works. So minimum capital is going to vary. You probably need about I would say about 50,000 to have enough leverage in the market, right? That's kind of that's like having a 20,000 account though. So if you want to start with something smaller, you could start with something smaller. So I'd say probably 40 to 50 for like a regular person to invest in the hedge fund. But if you're a prop firm or not a prop firm, if you're another hedge fund or if you're an institution or a bank, they're going to come in with 100,000, 500,000, a million. So it just depends on the person. All right, we currently have a sell signal right here, guys. The problem with this here is that it's right after news, so I don't think I really want to take it. Let me check real quick the news. The news hasn't updated yet. All right, the news was negative, but I'm probably still gonna sit on this. I'm gonna sit on this for now because I don't like trading around news time, especially this, because you can see this is reacting to news, of course. The candles are all flat. All of a sudden, this candle comes up all big. This is a reaction to the news. Let me scroll up real quick. Let's see. Yell's asking, what's the exam to be a hedge fund manager? I would like to know if I qualify. You just have to take the exam. So if you want to start a hedge fund or if you want to start manage funds for futures trading, you have to take the Series 3. So you can look it up at the CFTC or the NFA. They're the governing entity that looks over like the futures traders. So I mean, you would have to take the test. You'd have to take some sort of course or class. I'm taking a course right now to study for the test, and then you take the test, and then once you pass the test, you're good. And then you have to pay obviously your membership fees. All right, so we have a possible all right, never mind, it's not coming down. If this candle was red, this would be a breakout V3 continuation. It's kind of tricky how these candles are moving though. They're blocky, moving back and forth. See this right here. All right, so I was gonna try to get into this right here. Let me see if I could. All right, let me see if I can get into this here as a breakout V3 continuation. I was kind of late. Let me see if I can watch it. All right, let's see if I got into it here. Put a pending order to make a noise. In a position here. Let's see, let's drop it down a little bit. And the volatility here is starting to die down a little bit. Let's see. Volatility is kind of flat. $734. Cross back down. Let me get out of it. I got out of the position, guys. I hit full TP already, but it didn't pull me out. Make sure I'm flattened out here. That's all good. I wasn't gonna risk it.
Filled.
There you go. I got out. I don't know if anybody got in with me. It was like a super last minute trade, guys. Sorry, I just saw it close, and I saw that it was a breakout V3 continuation, and then I saw the divergence, so that's why I got out. So I got in and out super quick. I was thinking of holding it, but I saw it hit TP here. It didn't close me out of my position, and then I got out, and it would have hit full TP again right here. It's just I'm not messing in this market, guys. This is a tricky market right now. I got in, got out. I was looking for confluences, but I just didn't really have much time to think because it was happening so quickly. So if you guys took it full TP right there, it looks like a lot of you guys here got it. MJ got it, Johnny got it, Nick got it. It's a blocky movement there. Yeah, like Maddie said. Jonathan got it as well. Yeah, Andreas, I did close him, so he pulled out manually. Nice work, guys. Man, this is crazy. How many entries have we had today? And we're killing it, guys. We had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Dang, again, 9 entries today. 9 back-to-back wins. No losses. 2 official entries. Man, what a great week, right? I was like, man, this week sucks. And then yesterday I showed you guys the divergence indicator, or on Monday I showed you it, and things have changed. We have a crazy edge in the market right now. The edge is just like, it's undeniable. It's so smooth. Yeah, the PRB hit 260 over here. Full TP with the PRB from this morning. So we had like 9 back-to-back entries over here. CJ's asking if any CVs came up. No CVs today, it looks like, unfortunately, which is fine. You know, we got the divergence now. Divergence covering for the CVs that aren't really showing up as much. Um, you know, for those CV entries, we can even use the divergence as a confluence. Like if you don't want to get into the CV right away, you can wait for the divergence to confirm, and it'll probably be an even better entry. Yeah, y'all. So you could look up CFTC and then look up NFA. So let me see if I can pull it up here. So if you guys know the CFTC, that's a company that shut down that shut down MFF. So, well, they're not the company, they're the governing organization. So the CFTC and NFA, futures.org. So these are the websites you'd look at. So the CFTC, this is like the Commodity Futures Trading Commission. This is a company that basically they're like the police of the futures market. So if you get screwed and you do some scamming, you're going to be on, or you can look them up. Like if you want to look at my forex funds, this is the governing agent that shut down my forex funds. So you can see over here, scammers, you know, they fraudulently took over 3 million from customers. Whenever people get caught up doing some scammy stuff, you can look them up on the CFTC. So if you have like a little, if you have a Instagram guru who is like, you think is a scammer and he's trading futures or he's trying to sell some futures product, you can probably look him up on here on CFTC. I get the email, so like whenever I see someone get caught doing something scammy, I get the email and it's kind of funny because I see people that I've seen before, like on YouTube and Instagram, like you know, these furus who trade or say they trade, and you can kind of see how they're getting caught scamming. NFA is the this is like the association that you would join. So this is the stuff that I'm doing. I'm registering for the CFTC and NFA. Once I'm like done with my test, I can register as a legitimate hedge fund. Nice. Jonathan just passes Apex. Big congrats to Jonathan over here. We got another member in our group funded on Apex. So great work, Jonathan, with that right there. 2 breakout V3s for the day. Nice. Full TPs. CJ got 3 entries today, full TPs. Nice work, CJ. Great work. Akil got out 2. Nice. Yeah, you guys are doing great. So let me take a screenshot of my profits real quick. It's 7:40 right now, guys. So I think I'm done trading for the day. I'm just going to take a screenshot of this real quick. And then I'll answer whatever questions we have left, and then I'm going to wrap it up for the day. So if you guys have any questions, feel free to put them in the chat. Otherwise, great day. Let me close out my Ninja Trader. I don't want to make any dumb mistakes. You guys know how that goes. Revenge trading, over trading with after the session. All right, so here are my profits. Did pretty good today. Pretty good. What's up, Jay? You just missed out. So Jay said, "What's up, Sean? First time waking up." You're a little too late, Jay. We're about to be done. So here are my profits for the day, Jay. There's like 9 trades that came up. We kind of missed out on like almost all of them. Well, literally all of them. 9 trades came up today, back-to-back wins for the day. These are my profits. So let's just add this up real quick. So I'm going to add up the 1300s first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 16. So 16 times 1300 plus 1200, 1200 plus 1200 plus 1600 plus 345. Okay, so I made 26,345 for the day. And for the week so far, I'm currently up. I'll just add up these first. See which ones do I have most of. I'll just add up 3090s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. times 7 plus 2990 plus 2990 plus 3190 plus 2890 plus 2990 plus 2890 plus 2890 990 plus 2890 plus 2990 plus 2890 plus 2990 plus 2890 plus 2890 plus 700. Okay, so I'm currently up 60,000 for the week. Wow, pretty good. And I realized I did so well since I don't really add up the profits like that. So for the day so far, I am currently up plus 26,345 for the day. And then for the week, I'm up 60,808 for the week. All right, there goes my profits for, yeah, that's crazy. It's crazy once you add up all your profits because you don't realize you do so well. And this is why I was saying, like, I want to start the hedge fund because I want to trade like, hundreds more, like 100 more accounts or 200 more accounts. Because at that point, like I'm at 60K for the week. I could be up like 600K for the week if I had like 100 accounts here. Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy how it adds up. But all right, let me see if there's any other questions here that I'm missing. Yeah, Medusa, thanks, Sean, for this new indicator. It really gives me hope getting my account out of this hole. I hope so too, Medu. For me, I don't, I just couldn't handle it. I couldn't handle the small profits. I'm so used to making decent profits, and making a couple $100 a day is like, it just didn't sit well with me. So I was better off just starting off fresh. So, I mean, it's all good. We're all on different paths here. We're all on the same path, but also different paths. So some of you guys are funded getting payouts. Some of you guys are on evals. Some of you guys are on your PAs trying to recover. It's all the same. All right, so there's another divergence here, another full TP Akil. So that's what you just mentioned right there. You can see how price shifted up as a retracement. This red candle right here shifted back down to bearish divergence, and then it shot down right here again. Nicholas, you'd have to just rewatch the video, Nicholas, because this is an example right here. So if you want to timestamp this right here, this is probably where you want to look at. But there was a lot of entries that came up today, Nicholas. So you probably just want to rewatch the replay of this live session, and then also go back and replay the mentoring session from Monday. Because I can't give you the exact price points. I don't even know exactly where the entries came up because there's like 9 entries here. I can't really point you to the one because there's so many here. But I mean, if you look at them here, they're like pretty straightforward. So if you can see this one right here, Nicholas, just remember this one and then review the live session from today. So this live session is short, we cut out a little earlier. So this is like, if you could sit down for an hour, replay the live session, you'll see my analysis and you'll see how everything plays in real time. If you want to see like a breakdown of like how it works, just look at the mentoring session on Monday because I show you guys in detail like what we're looking for. And then next Monday, we'll go over in detail again. So don't worry if you guys are not getting it yet. We're going to keep going. Like this is a building process. It's not like I'm showing you this once and we're done looking at it. This is still brand new to a lot of people. So we'll keep looking at this moving forward over the next couple mentoring sessions. And it'll make sense. It's a really simple strategy. Like even Maria said, it's a super simple strategy. I think she even posted in the group yesterday. She's like, this is insane. It works perfect. And she like marked up everything that came up. So here's everybody's team profits for the day. So we got some more team profits. We have Andreas here with a total profit of 3,220 for the day. All wins here. Nice work, Andreas. We have Jonathan here with a total profit of 1,000 for the day. We got Madhu over here with a total profit of 220 for the day. Nice work, Madhu. And I think that's it for right now. If you guys have more profit to post up, feel free to send them in. We got Josh over here. Josh locking a total profit, let's see, well over about 3,000 for the day. Nice work, Josh. I'll copy this over here as well. This over here. And we got Tom over here too. So Tom said that bug on Ninja. So Tom over here actually locked in some pretty good profit. He locked in about 250 per account, about 300. He has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So he locked in, we'll say well over 1,500 for the day on his Ninja. And then for his FTMO, or he just deleted, or yeah, for his FTMO, he locked in 1,050. Nice work, Tom. And then lastly, we got Maddie over here. Maddie locked in 1,825 on 3 of his accounts down here. So he locked in about like 4,000 for the day altogether, or well over that, maybe 6,000. So nice work, Maddie. And I think that's about it. So if you guys have more profit to post up, feel free to send them in. Otherwise, today was a great strategy, great setup. I mean, today was just a great day overall. This whole week has been like pretty crazy. Now that I've introduced this new indicator to you guys, it's a game changer. It really is a game changer. It's like something so small, but it's a game changer because it gives us a deeper edge into the market. So, all right, guys, if you guys have any questions, feel free to reach out. Otherwise, I will see you guys back here tomorrow for the next live session as we continue on with this trading week. So, all right, guys, other than that, I'll see you guys then. Have a great rest of your day.